And welcome to 961kiss.com. It's Tall Cathy, joined by Tyson of the All-American Rejects.
Tall Cathy.
Yeah.
It's not just a clever name.
It's not. It's really weird, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not weird. Nothing wrong with a tall lady.
Well, you're tall, so you get it. How
totally.
tall are you?
Like 6'1".
6'1"?
Yeah.
And I'm 6 foot.
Yeah.
So it's like an elite club where we can put things on high shelves and...
Well, you know, when you wear heels, you automatically dwarf me, so you can't, if we're together, you can't wear heels, okay?
Okay, I promise. Pinky swear. Well, welcome back to Pittsburgh. You've been here on several occasions, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen the city when it wasn't freezing, so I feel like this is the first time I feel like I've actually seen Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Were you able to go out and discover or explore anything today?
I sat and stooped at the Starbucks for like an hour. I like people watching. That's a good spot to do it. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I got a little bit of the vibe of the city.
Have you ever done the Permane sandwich deal?
No, what's that?
It's a sandwich that Pittsburgh is really well known for. They put meats and french fries and coleslaw on the sandwich.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds healthy and adventurous.
It's delightful.
Yeah.
It's
I
delightful.
bet it's really good at like 3 a.m.
That's pretty much like the time that everybody goes and gets it. And a lot of people outside of Pittsburgh claim that they don't like it unless it's after 3 a.m.
I'm sure.
and a couple beers.
Yeah, something happens to the palate when you have a couple beers.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of beers, you just celebrated your birthday yesterday.
Yay, 28.
Ah.
Gross.
It kind of like stops getting exciting after 25.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to start subtracting.
So how did you celebrate your birthday?
We went to Lancaster Brewing Company, and they kept their doors open for us for a few extra hours, and it just pretty much ended up being like a big frat big Buck Hunter Pro game. Do you know that?
I
that video
love
game?
Big Butt. Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty addictive. But yeah, it was great.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. So what time did you get to bed last night?
Oh, like 3:30.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
So how is
I
it?
sent a couple drunk texts to a couple ladies. It was pretty bad.
Oh.
There's danger with the drunk text message, but I proofread, so I mean everything that was sort of describing body parts was totally accurate
Oh, that's
and not
good.
misspelled.
That's good. Well, I actually took to Twitter earlier and asked people if they had any questions for you. And one of the questions that came back was, does Tyson have a girlfriend?
No, I don't. I
Woo!
don't. But I am talking to a couple girls, which has been nice. I sort of, when we started writing for Kids in the Street, I just got out of a 6-year relationship, which was with a girl who was my muse for all my records, except for the first one. And it's kind of an interesting thing when you let go of that for writing, because, I mean, that was like, she was every song.
Mm-hmm.
And so this record, Kids in the Street, is sort of the first record where I sort of looked inward instead of, looked to my lady for inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've been single 3 years and been on maybe like 2 dates.
And that's it? Is it just because you don't have the time to do it?
No, I mean, it's the time to do it, and also I feel like I'm a kid, again, being the fact that I've been in a relationship since I was like 17.
Mm-hmm.
Dating's weird as an adult. It's a really sort of surreal thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to meet somebody, and we've all been like so chewed up and burned after 25 that it's just like, trust is bizarre. The initial meeting of people is bizarre. I'm very analytical, so I'll probably have to find a complete like neurosurgeon to actually to understand how analytical I am and realize that I'm just underneath it all. I guess be a real boy.
So if you are out in the bar now and you see a girl that you think is pretty, do you have like a good cheesy pickup line that you'd like to go throw at a chick?
I don't approach women ever.
No?
No.
You're just afraid to do it?
Yeah. Not afraid, just sort of,
Just shy.
it takes a moment, There's like a cosmic sort of I don't know. I've always sort of had like tunnel vision when it's right. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'll usually like just go blind and see one person. So haven't really had that tunnel vision for a long time. But Miss Right's out there somewhere.
That's okay. It'll happen when it's meant to happen. That's what my mother always
Yes,
says.
that's what they always say.
That's what they say. So your new album, you said that you kind of looked inside and you changed your perspective on the whole thing. Are there any experiences that kind of helped with the writing process as well outside of the breakup?
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole thing was really cathartic. I mean, you gotta the only thing I think that really helped me were songs that I got to address apologies in with, like a song like Heartbeat Slowing Down, which is on the record. It's this huge ballad that sort of speaks to regret and just reflecting on the fact that, we all make our own bed, and we gotta lay in it. And then, there's also sort of really wild, bizarre songs like Beekeeper's Daughter and Walk Over Me, which is sort of this Freudian approach to a piano where I was looking to myself to get myself out of the hole. The whole thing's kind of this quarter life crisis, like you said, when you turn 25. It gets weird.
Yeah.
And that's what this record's about. It's about sort of the fall, rise, and fall and rise of getting through a sort of manic, wild experience. I'm from Oklahoma, and I moved out to Los Angeles, and that was like the worst idea ever because I just got completely chewed up by evil women, and that made for a lot of songs.
Well, at least it's good inspiration, right?
Yeah. I mean, I tell the kids every night, I'm like, well, the great thing about rock and roll is I screw up, and then you can listen about it before you do. So that's the one thing that's good, I guess.
Well, teaching the youth some lessons out there.
That's right.
Your video for Beekeeper's Daughter, you got a double dose of awesome in the video by shooting on set of Back to the Future, and
Epic.
You had Wayne Newton.
Yeah.
How did all that happen?
It was crazy. Like Isaac Rintz, the video director, he came to me with this idea, and I, of course, wanted it was like, hey, we walk you through this town, and all of a sudden the town comes alive with dance, and I was like, oh, that's cool, but I want it to be more bizarre, and so we got cross-dressed dudes, we got like devil girls. Wayne Newton was at the bottom of my list. I wrote this ridiculous list. I was like, I want this, I want cats and dogs living together. And at the very end I was like, and Dolly Parton or Wayne Newton. And all of a sudden I go to the set, which was Back to the Future, which was so humbling. We walked all over the set. I went up to the top of the clock tower, I was like, yes. And Wayne Newton shows up, and I'm like, holy shit.
So you had no idea he was coming until he actually showed up for
It was
video.
just a dream first, and then he shows up, and he's huge. This man is huge. He's like 6'4" and like gets a back like a linebacker. And his voice is just like, and yeah, he was just the nicest guy ever. I was totally surprised. Yeah, it made for a wild video.
It was a good one too.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it's a very good one. You dabbled in acting a little bit.
A little dabbled.
A little dabbling. You were in the House Bunny. Do you plan on doing any more acting in the future?
Yeah, I got a couple things sort of on my plate that I'm getting ready to sort of go dive in for. Yeah, my love of the stage was what put a guitar in my hands. So, yeah, I plan on pursuing my acting career when the band is sort of like at a nice hiatus, I guess, after this record. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you were in like grade school, high school, whatever. You were in theater stuff. Did you do those things?
Total, not theater geek. Not those people that you went to high school with that like traveled and did it like competitively. Those people were awful. They were the worst people. Everything was dramatic. They were eating food and they'd be like, "Look at me, I'm eating peas." Like, dude, come on, you're not acting right now. Stop. Did you ever have those kids? Those competitive acting kids?
Oh yeah.
Unreal.
There were a lot of it where they were like the chorus kids.
Yeah.
That all thought that they were better than everybody else.
Oh,
and
it's
that's
the
why
biggest, dirtiest competition ever.
I have a problem watching Glee because of that. I watch it and not trying to be mean, but I'm like, I would want to punch every single person on that show.
That makes sense. I bet they have been punched.
They probably have been punched.
I mean, that's how you get the part, I think.
But probably.
Just one quick punch in the face. Hey, welcome to Glee.
All right, well, Tyson, thank you so much for your time today, for sitting down with us. And is there anything you would like to deliver to the Pittsburgh crew here?
Well, I would love to deliver my child in front of you right now, but I'm still about 6 months shy of the due date.
Congratulations.
So. Thanks. Yep. It's going to be a kicker. You can tell.
NFL kicker?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, wonderful.
The uprights.
Well, keep your eye out for Tyson and the All-American Reject Dudes. Kids in the Street, it's on iTunes. Buy it.
She says it all, man.
Yeah, and catch these guys on tour.
Right on.
And do jazz hands. Jazz hands. Bye.
Freeze frame.